Alright, welcome back, boys. Welcome back. It has been another hot minute and a half since the last progress update on the Ultimate Iron Man. When we last left, we had just maxed 99 rune crafting as the very first skill on the account, leaving us with a very juicy supply of runes. Now, I've got all kinds of super Sugoi plans for all of this hoarded wealth, but after AFKing in the ZRSS mine for months and months and months, I really just wanted to play the game for a bit. So we went on a bit of a questing spree. I did both Desert Treasure 1 and Recipe for Disaster, which also have a lot of other smaller quests as prerequisites. Desert Treasure in particular is going to be very useful for this account, with almost 450,000 stack blood runes saved up in the looting stack. Ancient magic is going to be an important part of what I want to do with them. As you can see with some of the UI on the screen, I did end up caving and installing the Quest Helper plugin. I think in one of the earlier episodes I said something about thinking for myself and enjoying the journey and the puzzle solving. And we're way past that. Thinking is hard. We're just here to drool all over ourselves and click on the highlighted tiles. And once we'd given up any hope of mental engagement or trying to draw on the game's rich narrative storytelling, we were able to just queue them up and bang them out sequentially, like your mum at a frat house. Troll Romance, Monkey Madness, Watchtower Quest, Framnik Isles, even the brand new one where you gotta slay some zombie invasion in Barak. I got a fire cape somewhere along the way too. It took me about 90 minutes to get up to Jad with the rune crossbow setup. And then because I'm bad at the game, I died the first time. And then I went back with red chins to tag the healers when they spawned, which did work. And on this account especially, the fire cape is more than just a cape slot upgrade, since now I can get into the inner part of Mul Ulrek, or the Tsar area, which sells obsidian armor, which's armor is pretty negligible, but it offers strength bonuses. Plus, if you get all 3 pieces, there's a 10% set bonus to melee and accuracy. And you can store it in the player-owned house, which is fairly critical, since, as you may or may not know, as an alternate Iron Man, I don't have access to the Gillenor banking system. I can also get the Onyx from the Uncut Gem Store, which will mean a huge amulet upgrade as well. I held off on doing that though, because the best way to get money, well, the Tsar use their own sort of currency, the little rocks, the Tokul thing, and the best way to get that is you bring Chaos Runes to the magic shop, you sell them up, which generates Tokul for other purchases. I've got more than enough Death Runes to do that as well, after all, like Guardians of the Rift. But I'm also going to need the Death Runes as part of my plans for casting Ancients. And something else I want to do on this account is to just grind out Barrows and try to get a complete Barrow set, which one of the rewards from the Mauritania Hard Diary is you get additional runes. The runes are likely to be, well, they are the most consistent drop that you get along the way, apart from the armor pieces, meaning that I'm just going to end up with more Chaos Runes than I know what to do with. And I can trade them in for an Onyx at that point, rather than selling off my hard-won Death Runes for a discounted price. So for now, it's just the Obsidian set, which is a nice upgrade. Technically, the Fighter Torso from Barbarian Assault is a better strength bonus for at least the melee slot, but fuck Barbarian Assault. I'm not doing that, at least until I have to. So I'll take the -2 to just not have to do the minigame. Now, the other thing I wanted to do with all of these huge stacks of runes that I was sitting on is grind out some Mage Training Arena. I don't see myself getting Ancestral from Chambers of Xeric anytime soon. So Infinity Robes are basically some of the best magic gear I can realistically get and also store in the player-owned house. The hot pink looks sick. But this is where it gets interesting. There are some time pressures because a recent news post from Jagex and Apollo put up showed that they were going to be upgrading or updating the Mage Training Arena as part of their overall game rebalancing project, and they had a whole suite of listed changes to make it more fun and less grindy and just an overall better experience. Now, I will have you know, I do not play an Ultimate Iron Man account on old school RuneScape because I want things to be more fun and less grindy. And so I rushed there and I spent the next 10 hours or so dragging this little stone statue around the room. So yeah, it was a little bit of a grind. I won't lie, it can be kind of dull content, but I used the time to go back and rewatch Boardwalk Empire on the second monitor, and that Steve Buscemi is a hot piece of ass. And then the only other people loving Mage Training Arena more than I was at that point were these low-level accounts I found hanging out of the Bone Graveyard. They were loving it so much, it looks as though since their accounts were first created, they had done almost nothing else except grind out the point rewards from Mage Training Arena. Almost as if they had been predeterminedly programmed to do so. And they were having such a good time, and they were so locked in and focused on the game with their tick-perfect Mage Training Arena grinding, they didn't even have time to reply when I said hello. And honestly, I respect the hustle. Yeah. So, after a few more hours of pulling around the statue, converting bones to peaches, enchanting some orbs, and high-arcing leather boots, we were good to go. We got a pretty pink robe set that I'm very proud of, good magic stats, storable in the POH, and the first of many uses of our massive rune stockpile. Plus, we got to watch grizzled World War I veteran Richard Harrow don his metal face mask and shoot up a brothel, which was also very, very cool. So the account is continuing to grow. I'm still playing a lot, even if I don't always have time to make these videos. So more good things to come, and I'll see you in the next one.